Punjabi aam ka achar. Let me show you how I make it. Mangoes are still in season here and I wouldn't miss a chance to prepare this pickle. This is the very popular Punjabi aam ka achar. It is not very spicy but it's tangy and very flavorful. Let me show you how I make it. I'm going to cut these mango pieces into 1-inch pieces. In the Indian markets, the mango vendors will usually ask your preference and cut these mangoes and give it to you, and you can buy it by the kilo. But here we don't have that luxury, but I have really sharp knife, so be careful using the knife. And I have all these mangoes which is cut in. We can start the process. Spread out the mangoes in a large tray like this in one layer. They should not be one on top of the other, and we're going to sun dry it for about an hour or two. I'm going to cover it with a cotton cloth so there's no dust on it, and I'll see you later. The mangoes have been out for about 2 hours now, and it's a nice hot day today, and they are slightly dry on the outer layer. This is perfect, and I'm going to take it inside now. I'm going to use a standard 1 cup measurement, and I'm going to measure out these mangoes. I think there is about 5 cups of cut mangoes in this plate here. It's important to measure out all the ingredients for making pickle. Only then it will store well and it will preserve well. I've taken the mangoes in a dry bowl. Now to my mixie jar, I'm adding 1 full cup of rock salt and 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder. I'm going to grind it up to a nice and fine powder and add it to the mangoes. This is the first step into making this style of pickle. Mix it well and set it aside. And let's put together the other spices that goes in this pickle. I'm adding half a cup of chili powder to the mangoes. I've measured out half a cup of fennel seeds, 1/3 cup of mustard seeds, and 1/4 cup of methi seeds. First, I'm going to take the mustard seeds in my mixie jar and coarsely powder it. Once it is in this texture, I will add the methi seeds and again pulse it couple of times till all of them are nice and coarse and the methi seeds have broken down. After this, check the texture that I'm showing you in this video. It's very important. We don't want these spices to be fine powder. Now add the fennel seeds or sauf and we'll give it a couple of run, maybe about 4 to 5 pulses till the sauf is also broken down. So see the texture here, and this is how it should be. Let's add all the spices with the mangoes now. Mix it well and set it aside. It is important that the mangoes absorb the flavor of the spices and the masalas that we have ground. Here I'm adding 2 tablespoons of kalonji, which is onion seeds. The signature flavor and taste of this pickle is from the kalonji and the sauf. It is not very spicy, but it is delicious. It is to die for, and it is the best accompaniment to all the parathas. Mix all the spices with the mango and set it aside. The mangoes will ooze out a little bit of water since we have added salt, but it will be all absorbed by the spices. A North Indian pickle calls for mustard oil, and this is the only way to prepare this pickle. I'm measuring out 2 cups of mustard oil in my kadai, and I'm going to heat it up. This oil is very pungent in nature, and when you heat it up, it will really burn your eyes. So make sure you turn on the vent. Since the oil is hot now, I'm adding half a tablespoon of hing. Turn off the gas and mix it well. Just mix it for a couple of seconds and take it out in a bowl. Mustard oil has a very strong flavor and smell, and by taking out in a bowl, it will instantly help it to cool down, and at the same time it will remove the pungency. Now allow this mustard oil to completely cool down before we will add it to the mangoes. If you notice the mangoes, they have let out a little bit of water and all the spices have become a little wet because of this, and it is ready. Now we will process this pickle. The oil is cooled down and I'm slowly going to add it and mix it well. moment the oil is added to the mangoes, it gives out this immense fragrance which reminds me of my childhood days. One of my friend who used to bring plain parathas and this pickle, and we used to just exchange dabbas because she loved South Indian food and I loved the pickle and parathas. The kitchen is filled with this fragrance and I cannot explain this. It is up to you to try and have the same experience. To store this pickle, I'm going to use a glass canister and this is sterilized. I'm adding about 1/4 cup of mustard oil which I've heated and cooled down, and this is so that it will coat the inner layer of this canister so that there is no air pockets that will form. Rotate the canister so that it is oiled well on the sides, and as I fill up the pickle in this canister, it will make sure there's no air pockets that forms. The best way to store the pickle is only with salt and oil, and it's important to measure your ingredients so that this ratio is perfect. Now in this case it's 5 cups of mangoes, 1 full cup of rock salt and about 2 1/4 cup of mustard oil. This ratio worked perfectly for my pickle and it came out excellent. The taste of the pickle is just perfect. It's ready. The oil is on top and that's how it will preserve well, but it's not ready to eat yet. This pickle will take at least 1 week to cure in hot sun. So make sure you take this bottle and keep it in hot sun for at least 4 to 6 hours in a day. And after a week, it will be ready to eat and enjoy with all your parathas and puris. I hope you liked the Punjabi achar recipe from me. Like and subscribe my channel, follow me on Instagram and let me know how this turned out for you.